Series, the Georgia 200 here as we ride in our second race of the year with Haley Deegan. We're going to start at the rear of the field. We're not going to qualify in this one. We are going to use the steering wheel. I did not practice for this race, but I did run the Xfinity race here with the wheel on the current season I'm on, so we'll see how this is going to go. Brett Moffitt will start on the pole. We're going to try to go from last at the rear of the field to the front to win this race. Started at the rear at Daytona. We ended up winning green flag in the air, 200 miles, 130 laps on this mile-and-a-half quad oval. And the green flag is in the air, only 40 laps in the opening stage of the race. Slight contact right out of the gate here with Parker Kligerman now. We run three wide around the top side of the track. The bump's just shifting me around. Probably should have practiced. Or at least qualified. Tried to get used to the handling of the race car. Give us about 5 to 10 laps and I think we'll be good. Oh, slight contact, and around goes to 34. Caution will fly for the first time today on lap number 2, and that's just a product of not being ready to go with the steering wheel. Yeah, that was probably not a good idea to do what I did and not qualify. Did win the season opener at Daytona. Flag back in the air. The Kligerman kind of spun the tires off the start. That backs me up on the outside. I have to get around him kind of quick there. Again, though, just at least trying to get up to speed. We'll have to see how this is going to go.
Careful, still there.
All the way down to the bottom here, looking to take it 3 wide. We got Christian Eckes just in front of us, was looking to throw the block, and now we're 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Again, looking to gain quite a bit of ground and gain it early. On the opening lap of the stage here as we run 3 wide to the entrance of turn 1. Once again, still hooked to the bottom of the track. Now we're going to move up towards the top. Looking to pass Gus Keeley, and now back down to the bottom once again. Again, we got Christian Eckes in the 51 truck just behind us for Kyle Busch Motorsports. Ross Chastain is the current race leader.
Still there. Excellent lap there. Good job. Outside.
On the inside of Jordan Anderson. Now Grant Enfinger for 14th. 14th place truck, Austin Reigns, self-pass. We look to the inside off of turn 2. Got the corner kind of early there. They're looking to try to get under Todd Gilliland pretty quickly. We are there. We're going to wait Thursday night stream for NASCAR Heat 4. Again on the top side of the track now, catching up to Dylan Lufton. Anthony Alfredo down on the inside. He kind of shuts the door quickly. What a pass there from Anthony Alfredo.
Careful, go back.
Tight battle hills were side by side.
You got room, you're clear. Car there on the outside. Alright, you're clear there.
Out of the outside. Number 2 once again here. This time on Johnny Sauter. Getting the run off the corner now. Getting the straightaway speed going. One just kind of cut off. Nowhere to go. Back to the top again, and we're closing in now on Austin Hill. Gonna shoot the gap right up the middle, 3 wide, really fighting to get to the middle lane that time.
All right, clear outside.
Tried not to get the door shut on us there that time, like freezing, but it did happen. Seemed to be really fast on the exit of the corner, middle through center off, especially when we run the top, but really run any line on this racetrack right now. The car's handling pretty well.
All right, you're clear.
And the race leader is Matt Crafton. Moffitt looking to the inside of Chastain here for second. Roll over the back bumper of both of them. We're going to go to the outside here.
Stay high up there.
Chastain on the bottom.
Clear low, clear
Get
low.
the straightaway speed, now back to the top again. We'll get around Brett Moffitt.
Still there. Clear low, clear low.
So now up to the second position, Matt Crafton. Once again, he is the race leader. We are on lap 13 of this one. Still very early in the race. We've had one caution already in this opening stage run. When we take our pit stop, whether we'll be under green or caution here in the stage, it will be a 2-tire stop. Not sure how that's going to work as far as trying to leave the stage, but at the line, Crafton barely leaves the lap. We clear him before we even get into turn 1. We now look for the race lead. You guys can remember in the Xfinity race, there was a 40-lap first stage, second stage was also 40 laps. I'm assuming that's what the case is going to be here, but instead of the final stage being 83, it looks like it's only going to be 50 laps in the final stage.
That was a better lap.
We just have to see how we will do here. Fastest lap of the race that time. Get out of the gas set, almost ended up in the wall on the top side of the track. We're going to have more races coming for you this weekend. It will all be on the Cup Series side. We try to get closer and closer to the finish of that season. We will have the opening race of the round of 12 that will be at Dover. We will likely have the Talladega race. We might be able to do all 3 races in the round of 12. Hoping that will be the case. A lot of time definitely get through the first 2 between that Friday to Sunday stretch. 22 laps to go right now.
All right, you're clear. You're clear there. Careful. Still there. Clear low. The race is half over.
Halfway through the first stage now, only 20 laps to go in the opening stage of the race. The tire really starting to wear down right now. So I believe we're going to make a 4-tire pit stop. I don't think it's going to be a 2-tire stop. I think we're going to make it a 4-tire stop. I think 2 tires is going to be enough to get us all the way back to the finish. We will try to run it out as long as we can. Obviously, with the truck and Xfinity Series, both of them, we have to conserve the amount of tires we use. And even though this is a 200-mile race, this is going to be pretty much about the same length as a lot of the mile-and-a-half races this year. But this is going to be the roughest surface we're going to race on all season here. Late move to the outside that time. Again, green flag pit stops coming up very soon. In the first set of pit stops in this race, we had one early caution on the second lap of the race. Outside of that, though, we have had a pretty good one going on so far. Very close to the wall again, had to get out of the gas. Put it in the wall, give that car extra damage, but we're about to make our pit stop here this time. Not going to wait another lap. We're going to bring it onto pit road here. Hopefully we don't bring it in late.
Slow down.
Very good job getting to pit road speed at 44 miles an hour, one under the limit. So a 4-tire pit stop coming our way this time. We will have roughly 17 laps to go in the first stage of the race here. And caution will fly while we're on pit road, and that'll work out perfectly for us. We have 106 to go in the race. We are nearing the end of the first stage. So again, that works out perfectly where we do not have to pit under yellow because we barely got onto pit road, made our stop under green, but it's going to work out. So we're going to remain the race leader while everybody else will come onto pit road. So everybody will be on the same set of tires. Green flag back in the air at Atlanta. Following the second restart of the race, early in the race, second stage, 13 laps to go. First stage, sorry, 13 to go. So we'll see how good we are in the short run. It seemed like it took about 5 laps for the car to kick in before we were the fastest driver on the track. At least that's what it seemed like. Granted, we did start at the rear of the field as we did not qualify, but see how maybe Matt Crafton can get a beat on us possibly. You know, with having the clean air out in front this time, it doesn't seem like Matt Crafton's going to try to make a good run on us, at least right now. Not saying we wouldn't have come back and win that first stage if we stayed green, but it would have been a lot more difficult seemingly than what it is right now. Remember, in the Xfinity race, it seemed like everybody was getting faster and faster as the race was going on, as far as the leaders are concerned. We'll have to see if that'll be the case here in this truck race as well. So we'll see what the pit strategy will be here at the end of the stage. I believe I'm going to take 2 tires instead of 4 again. Once again, it'll be a little bit different of a strategy, but we'll see how it pays off. Should help us win the race off the pit road, I would think. Stuart Friesen's now climbed up into the 2nd position, getting past Matt Crafton, at least for now, so they're battling for that 2nd place, which grants 2nd place stage points. So with every point within, or every position within the top 10 is an additional point if you can make a move here at the end of the stage. Could mean a lot as far as the regular season standings are concerned. Now, once again, we did win at Daytona last week, and in fact, we won both stages as well. Just dominated the race. We're already locked into the playoffs here in the Truck Series. And caution's out again. So that will set up another restart before the end of the stage. So 3 cautions in the opening stage of the race now. Mike Snyder will get the free pass in the 23rd position. And now Stuart Friesen will get his shot now to restart from the outside of row 1. Not quite a green-white checker, but pretty close to it. It looks like here in stage number 1, green flag back in the air for Haley Deegan to try and get another stage victory in the early going of the season. Pretty good jump through turns 1 and 2. Pulling quite a ways out in front. Stuart Friesen was able to clear up and hold on to 2nd pretty easily on Crafton, but I'm sure Crafton will fight him hard for 2nd. We get up the speed back to the line now. 3 laps to go in stage number 1. Yeah, I figured it'd take about 10 laps or so before I got the hang of it. Again, I did not practice like I did in the Xfinity Series at Atlanta. Did not qualify either. Just decided to start from the rear of the field here with the steering wheel with really no lap experience or lap time using the steering wheel here in the Truck Series, but made the quick adaptation. I can run the top line as we go on here. I definitely am going to work the top groove as the race gets later and later. We are on the final lap of stage number 1 with a half a lap to go now. So about a half mile away from Haley Deegan winning another stage of the season. As we come off of turn 4, Haley Deegan will win stage number 1 at Atlanta here for the Truck Series. So a pretty good stage win. And that will set us up now for stage number 2. 90 laps to go in the race. We will take a 2-tire pit stop this time. Save the amount of tires we have here. It'll be 37 laps of green flag racing in stage 2 by the time we go green. 45 laps you can run on a full tank of fuel here. Gonna guess we're gonna win the race off of pit road. And we did. Looked like Harrison Burton gained a lap, or sorry, gained a position there.
Are you ready now?
On Anthony Alfredo. Green flag back in the air. Here at Atlanta. 37 to go in stage number 2 and 87 to go in the race. Matt Crafton restarted on the bottom right behind me, and as I took off on the restart, so did he. He was able to clear Stuart Friesen there off of turn number 2. And now Crafton moves to the top side here just like I did through 3 and 4. Trying to gain any sort of momentum possible there. Now Harrison Burton's jumped off into the second position. Oh, a little tight there off of turn 2. Very out of shape. Chastain battling back for third now. And here come the leaders right on our back bumper once again. So they were able to close the gap big time that time. It's got really tight off the exit of turn 2 there all of a sudden. And that's going to put the heat and the pressure on. So we'll try to hold on to it. Harrison Burton's been challenging hard though. I'm probably going to have to move back down to the bottom here pretty soon so he doesn't try a slide job on me to get around us. He stayed to the outside again through 1 and 2. I think he's a little too far back to get all the way to the inside of us. That is the case. He is pretty close though. Waiting for us to make another mistake so he can pounce. Here comes Burton out of the inside. A huge run through 3 and 4. We should get the straightaway speed here through the quad oval. But he's going to get to our corner panel. We tried to get away from him, but a huge side draft for the 18 truck that time. Trying to pinch him down as we run the middle line through 1 and 2. And here comes Burton again. No, we clear him off of turn 2. We still try to hold on to the race lead. But again, Burton back down to the bottom. O'Deegan on the top off of 4. Again, we have him clear. Crafton has been all over the back bumper there of Harrison Burton. Now Crafton moves to the top side of the track. Just behind us, and there's the mistake that he needed to catch us once again as we scrape the wall through 1 and 2. And now Burton trying to strike again in 3 and 4, but he just does not have the horsepower to do it, at least right now. Again, we're only in the second stage of this race. A lot could happen here as far as adjustments go the rest of the way. And now Burton fading back, but Crafton is even closer to try and overtake him for the second spot. Just over a second now. Behind me, 30 to go in the stage. So I know I'm going to have to pit for tires for sure before the end of stage 2. And we'll have to see if everybody else will try to stay out. And hopefully we can get out to a big enough lead. Can somehow get back into the lead here in the stage when we come down onto pit road and take 4 fresh tires. on our fastest laps possible. Definitely be an interesting battle. Now on the onboard cam, the in-truck camera. And first time here today.
Yellow's out, back her down.
And now we have a caution for the fourth time today already. Fourth caution of the race. Gonna be close on tires here to the end of the stage. Drivers towards the rear of the field are going to pit. We're going to pit as well. We'll take our 4-tire pit stop right now while we got the caution. I think that's going to be our best chance of winning stage 2. We're going to lead up our second set of Goodyears already. Free pass goes to front row Joe Nemechek. Green flag will be back in the air here at Atlanta. Only the final 3 drivers here on the lead lap pitted under the yellow. Huge block there by Parker Kligerman. Almost put us into the grass on the front stretch.
Careful, still there.
Well, we stayed in the gas and we're able to keep it going now right behind the race leaders. There's a huge wadded up pack of trucks.
All right, clear outside.
All jockeying for position. Yep, here we go. Deegan now. The Rough Rider to the top of the track. Even 3 wide through the quaddle. Whoa, into the wall just a little bit. Now contact with Corbin Forrester. Somehow able to hold on to the racetrack. Nowhere to go there. Had to get out of the gas again. Try to thread it right up the middle between the 2 Thor Motorsport teammates there of Johnny Sauter, Ben Rhodes. And it worked. 23 to go in the stage, back up to 6th once again. And again, on the pressured tires now, just trying to slice and dice our way through the pack. 3 wide, right up through the middle. Very tight, no contact was made. Now to the inside of Friesen, and we are going to take the lead away from Stuart Friesen into 3 and 4. It'll be a lead change back at the line, and now for the second time here this afternoon, Haley Deegan's in the lead at Atlanta with 22 laps to go in stage number 2 now. The question is here right now, can we make it the rest of the way in this stage on the tires we've got? It is going to be close, and I'm not entirely sold on the fact that we can do it. If we get a caution, I think we're going to stay out though. I think that'll help us as far as limiting the amount of laps we'd have to run. 20 laps to go now in the second stage, meaning that we have 70 laps to go in the race, 60 down, 70 to go. So we're 5 laps away from crossed flags in this one. We're 5 laps away from being halfway home. So if I do have to make a green flag pit stop, it's going to be 2 tires only. When I do come on the pit road this next time. But I did have a green flag stop for 4 tires earlier. This one will be 2 for sure. You saw how bumpy it was for the Xfinity Series. Not running as fast in the trucks, therefore it's going to be as bumpy, I guess, but out of control, but still pretty difficult to handle. Definitely a driver's kind of racetrack here. This takes a huge toll on the drivers with all these bumps. You'll see the same thing in the next truck race too when we go to Vegas. Not nearly as bad as this though. As far as the truck series is concerned, it's the second worst track. As far as the surface tire wear goes.
Still there. Clear high, bud. Careful. Still there. All right, you're clear then.
.14 laps to go in the second stage. It seems like down the back straightaway and on the entrance to turn 1 is where you see a lot of the violent bumps. It seems like the most violent bump on the racetrack is right on the entrance to turn 1. Run full throttle all the way around the track here. The Truck Series at Atlanta. Seen that pretty much most of the day. We now go to the top side. Try and get around these lap cars and kind of kiss the wall a little bit in the process. We're all good though.
You got room, you're clear there.
Another hiccup on the track. Again.
Still there. Clear high, clear high. All right, you're clear there.
12 laps to go down the stage.
Careful, still there. Clear high, bud.
If our tires do last the rest of the stage all the way to the end, then we will get to see how many drivers will finish on the lead lap in this stage. We have a 20-second lead on Stuart Friesen.
Alright, clear up.
Not impossible that we could catch him and lap everybody before the end of the stage again if we don't have to pit. Currently we have 13 drivers on the lead lap, 10 laps to go in stage number 2. A huge, huge point in the race if we could do that. Again though, we don't even know if we can win this stage yet because we don't know the tire's going to last to the end. We don't want to blow the tire in the wreck with this much time left in the race either. Definitely got to push it, but don't want to push it exactly too hard when we have another stage of racing to go. We might have to sacrifice the stage win. But again, it will be a 2-tire stop if we do have to stop again in this stage. Even at the end of the stage, it'll likely be a 2-tire stop anyway. 8 laps to go.
Still there?
Car right behind 26th place truck of Josh Reum there. Big closing right now to the inside of Chastain and Christian Eckes, who is actually in 7th currently. And now Eckes is the first driver to lap down in 7th. 26.5 second lead on Stuart Friesen. 7 laps to go now in stage number 2. Again though, can we make it to the end of the stage on this set of Goodyear tires? It's seeming less and less likely. Now we do have to make our mind up. It is a penalty if you pit with 2 laps to go in the stage. So we have to make our decision before 2 laps to go in the stage. Maybe a caution could bail us out. I'm hoping it will. 6 laps to go now. So it's not impossible that that happens. We would have to restart yet, but
Alright, you're clear there.
at least we've got the chance of making it.
Clear down low.
At least getting the stage points and setting ourselves up from there.
Go easy on the tires.
3 drivers on the lead lap. You can see Stuart Friesen and Matt Crafton here. Not too much further ahead of us. 5 laps to go in the stage. Crafton, in fact, is the next truck right in front of us, and we're going to get around him quick. Oh, Joe Nemechek just in the way here. Get around him, had to get out of the gas there, kind of scraped the wall a little bit off of turn 2 as well. That cost us time trying to catch Kligerman as well, gives us a little more right front damage, but now to the inside of Friesen. 4 to go in stage number 2.
See if we can manage our tire wear a little, okay?
I don't think right front tire is going to last. Don't want to blow it either. We might have to bring it onto pit road. Again, unless we get a caution. Three laps to go now in stage number 2. If a caution comes out, we will get to the end of the stage under yellow. And that will likely be our best chance to get there. We are gonna we're gonna pit this time. I don't even think we can make it another lap anyway of the green. Plus, we have to pit this lap if we are going to pit at all in the stage without it being a penalty. So it will be a
You got room, you're clear.
2-tire pit stop, right side tires only, off of turn number 4. Down onto pit road goes Haley Deegan. Got to make sure we don't speed. And a great job getting there. Got down to 45 miles an hour, just what we needed to. So right side tires only, no fuel. We can pit for, well, now we'll take it.
I need 2 more solid laps, bud. Keep it going.
Take a 4-tire stop. It's risky. It's risky taking 4-tire stop here. 2 laps to go in the stage. Likely a 15.5 second pit stop coming up. So we won't have to pit at the end of the stage break, but will we even win the stage to begin with? We're back out on the track, but we might be too far behind. Here with 2 laps to go in the stage, Stuart Friesen is currently the leader. And hindsight's always 20/20, but it looks like Friesen is going to win the stage, and we probably should have taken 2 tires only. We're going to finish top 5, but white flag in the air, 1 lap to go in stage number 2. If it was the end of the race, we would have rode it out, but took the risk. And now caution will fly for the 5th time today. Caution is out. We will finish 5th in stage number 2. And Stuart Friesen will win the 2nd stage of the race, granting himself his first playoff point of the season, his first stage win of the year. And we will stay out here. So we do have one set of Goodyear tires. We can take a 4-tire stop yet from here on out. We can pretty much divide this last stage into half. That is very well feasible.
We're going green. Almost ready.
3 flag back in the air here at Atlanta. 48 laps to go. We're the only drivers to stay out of the pits. We had an extra 2. Well, by the time of the caution, we really only had about an extra lap on our tires, which isn't going to really do much. Even here at Atlanta, it won't do much. So once again, Stuart Friesen won stage 2 and quickly falls back to 4th on the restart. But Haley Deegan out in front of the field. And here comes Crafton, though. Crafton going to try to put up a fight in the 2nd spot. He finished 3rd in stage number 1, and he finished 2nd in stage 2. Friesen finished 2nd in stage number 1, won stage 2. We finished 1st in stage 1, and 5th in stage 2. Burning our tires a lot more here in this one compared to them. And Matt Crafton trying to hang in there pretty tightly. Everybody will have to pit, as everybody is likely 2 to 3 laps short on fuel. I mean, we could get into that fuel saving strategy, fuel saving mode. Wow, very close to the wall there. 1 and 2. Big move down to the bottom to block Crafton. Then he was looking to the top side. And back down to the bottom now through 3 and 4. Here he goes again. Side by side for the lead. Down the front straightaway. Haley Deegan on the outside with Crafton on the inside. Deegan wins the race back to the line to at least lead the lap. And now into turns 1 and 2 here. Still on the outside of the track. Crafton's got the bottom. We're going to hang on to it. Crafton's going to fall in line right behind us. He's going to try to make that move again into 3 and 4. We seem to be better in 1 and 2 than what we are 3 and 4. Crafton with a big move now. Crafton clears us, but now a crossover move by Deegan. Back to the line, but Crafton's going to lead the lap. Big side draft now off of him. Trying to get away from him now. And back into turns 1 and 2 again. Here we go, and now Crafton. Matt Crafton going to try a double crossover move. Big block now down the back straightaway by Deegan. Back up to the top of the track by the time we get into 3 and 4. And out Stuart Friesen moves to the top side. They're side by side for 2nd. Side drafting off of each other. Practically door to door. It allows me to get away now down the front straightaway. Will this be the final restart of the race following the 5th caution of the race that came to the end of stage 2? A decent amount of caution so far today. It might not be done yet. And it's definitely not impossible that we stay green to the finish here for the final 42 laps. Contact with the wall there, exiting turn 2 once again. That'll cut the lead for Friesen to under a 2nd. He's now under a 2nd back once again. Back to the in-car cam. Once again, though, 41 laps to go in the race. This is definitely a tight one for all intents and purposes. Will we have to pit twice in this race to the finish? We only got one set of tires left, so we might as well take 4 fresh tires here this next pit stop again. It will be the last time we can pit for tires in the race. The 5 cautions in this one could help over time, even though we pitted under 2 of those cautions. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this late night race here on a Thursday night. A little later than usual, but better late than never, I guess. Wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get to a race tomorrow or not. If we do, it'll probably be another later one. At least I won't have to work Saturday morning. I do have to work tomorrow morning. And this will for sure be it for the night.
You got room. You're clear.
We even lost our first stage of the season here. Only the 4th stage of the year, though. And the 2nd stage of the race. And we then went to Stuart Crazy. Wow, look at how close to the wall we were. Very close, not only to the wall, but to the outside of Travis Quaffle as well there, the lap truck. A former defending champion here in the Truck Series. Some time ago, but still, I mean, an impressive move there by the youngster, Haley Deegan. 33 laps to go now in the race. At this point, we're going to try to stretch this tire run out as far as we possibly can. It's only a matter of time, though, before we have to come onto pit road and pit for those 4 fresh tires, but we will see how this could possibly shape up to the finish.
Careful, still there.
We don't nearly have as big of a lead, though, as what we did earlier in the race as well, so very interesting.
We're going to need those tires to last, driver.
Yeah, we did have everybody 1 lap down at some point earlier in the race. Just before he made a green flag pit stop. And now how about Matt Crafton in the 88 truck up to second. 14.5 seconds off the lead, but he is up to second now. For the time being on Stuart Friesen and actually pulling away from Friesen. Friesen slips even further back to the race lead.
Alright, you're clear there.
For the most part in this race, we try to stay free.
Down, driver. Clear down low.
Second lead now on the 88 truck of Matt Crafton for Thor Motorsports. 29 laps to go in the race. Might have waited a little bit too long here to pit.
Your tire went down.
Down here, so we're going to have to make our way onto pit road this time. And this is going to make for a pretty slow pit stop. So we were pushing the limit. Gonna take it easy. We're gonna get onto pit road.
Back it down, back it down.
We are there. So onto pit road. And this is gonna be it. This is going to be the money stop. Excuse me. Here, it will be under green with 28 laps to go in the race. We'll have to see. We'll have to see if we can catch all these guys once again here, assuming that they stay out of the pits.
Alright, now dig.
We might have to pit again before the end of this one. We're going to go a lap down here. Hopefully we don't get stuck a lap down in the process. Here comes Matt Crafton.
Got one peeking outside.
Wow, just going to get around us. Not by a lot here as we try to get up to speed down the back straightaway. Second place hasn't gotten around us. One of the other lap cars did. Now we're the first driver lap down. We're going to get our lap back as we get up to speed here on Matt Crafton. So we've gotten our lap back. 26 laps to go now for the race leader, Matt Crafton. So on the final 26 laps of the race, can this right front tire last to the end? As well, will everybody else have to pit before the end of the race? Because if they do, we will cycle back through as the race leader easily. We'll just have to see. Will we stay green to the finish? Who knows? It's another good question. We are on our last set of tires here for the end of this race. Everybody else can still pit one more time, and they might have to pit another time. Caution comes out. I don't see why they wouldn't. That might hurt us. Because although we'll cycle back through as a race leader under caution, we will have older tires when we go back to green. And I think Crafton knows that he's going to get caught here while we're on fresher tires. Even if he stays out, it's just a matter of if our tire blows though, and he's able to stay out, will he catch us? That will be the good question that we will have to wait and see if it will be answered. The quest to try and take the lead for the 4th time today is on.
Careful, still there. You got room, you're clear there.
currently in the 14th position. 4 seconds back from Austin himself in 13th. If you're just tuning in though, this is going to be a more contested race to the finish, to say the least.
You got room, you're clear there.
We will have a very unpredictable finish to this race. Can all but guarantee it.
Still there. Clear high, bud.
If we get a new winner here, if we can't repeat and win this race like we did at Daytona, we will have our second driver clinch a playoff spot.
Still there. You got room, you're clear there.
Here in the Gander Outdoor Truck Series.
Use it if you need it.
Oyster picked the same line on the top of the track that we did.
You're clear all around there. All clear.
So now as we come off of turn 4 back to the start-finish line, 20 laps to go. 20 to go here at Atlanta. Again, the leaders were 2 to 3 laps short on fuel to the end of the race.
You got room, you're clear.
From when we went green to start the final stage with 47 laps to go. You can run about 44 laps on a full tank of fuel.
You got room, you're clear.
We've gone caution-free in the final stage so far, despite having a total of 5 cautions in the first 2 stages of the race.
Careful, still there.
3 in the first stage, 2 in the second. Now 19 laps to go here in this third and final stage of the race. Needless to say, maybe Matt Crafton won't be able to hold on to the lead. It seemed like he was pulling away from Stuart Friesen, who was in second for the majority of the final stage. Caution now, though, will fly, so the yellow is out with 18 laps to go. 18 to go in the race. Caution's out for the 6th time, and that will set up a race to the finish. We will be the race leader. We were 9th at the time of the caution. We'll be in the lead. The rest of the drivers that didn't pit under green will come on the pit road. We will have to last the rest of this race now on older tires. This is going to be a doozy, folks.
We're going green. Are you ready here?
Interesting part of the race is definitely come down. Could this be Deacon with another great jump here through turns 1 and 2. Crafton on the top with Stuart Friesen trying to battle him for. And with me being on older tires here, can our right front tire last to the finish? Caution might have helped just a bit. Friesen gaining traction. He is gaining ground on the top of the track. We kind of ran the middle here that entire last lap. He gained 0.2 of a second. We got to move up to the very top now. We've got almost no choice. We've got to run perfect lap times from here on out. Trying to get around the fastest way around the track. Friesen's running the top side a little bit better than we are. Again, he's on fresher tires too. It's going to be tough to hold him off. 12 laps to go. Friesen down to the bottom now. Might have been a little too early for him to go to the bottom of the racetrack. It seemed like he wasn't close enough to make the move there. He doesn't have much time to waste, and here he goes, charging hard. Off of turn 4, side by side for the lead between Deegan and Friesen at the line. 11 laps to go. Deegan still in the race lead, now into turns 1 and 2.
Inside. All right, clear low.
Deegan on the top with Friesen on the bottom. still side by side down the back straight.
Stay high up here. You got room.
Friesen almost taking too much time into turns 3 and 4 now. Here he goes. Off of turn 4, he clears, and now a crossover move by Deegan back down to the bottom. Friesen leads the lap with 10 to go. Deegan trying to look for the race lead again. Into 1 and 2. A big slide job to the bottom of the track. And a big pass through turns 1 and 2 again, and we go back to the top in 3 and 4. He's seemingly faster, at least right now in the run. Maybe the longer the run goes, the more of a chance that we might be able to hold on with 9 to go now. Still don't know if that right front tire is going to last to the finish either. Oh, and a little hiccup now in 3 and 4. Into the wall. And the rookie's going to waste a little more time as, again, here comes Friesen. Back down to the bottom. No, he stays on the top right behind us. I think he was expecting us to go to the bottom to try and block, but we didn't do it that time. And now Moffitt is in 3rd. He passed Crafton about a lap or 2 ago. And he's just under a second and a half behind us. We kind of pull Friesen through 1 and 2. This race is not over yet. And yes, you have to keep an eye on the intervals, but we're going to keep an eye here on that right front tire. It's going to go down tremendously. We'll see if we can somehow fight our way all the way back to the finish. 7 laps to go now. We are so close to the end. And maybe we'll even get another caution. Our right front tire is really worn out. At least 10 lap older tires here than the rest of the field. This might not seem like a lot, but on this track, trust me, it is. Last repaved in 1998. 6 to go.
Easy on the tires, driver.
The nerves starting to kick in. We just got to run perfect lap times, though. We can't worry about the tires right now. We just got to run our race. Keep trying to build a gap on Friesen. Try to get to the white flag here in case a caution comes out.
5 to go.
5 laps to go. Hopefully we don't even go to overtime. I don't think that right front tire is going to make it. Again, we just can't worry about it. We just got to keep going. Don't want to make a mistake. Running some of our best lap times all race.
Go easy on the tires.
On older tires here towards the end. Pulling Friesen for the last few laps. 4 to go. When will the right front tire blow? And will we be able to hold on to the lead in the process? Hopefully we can stay green to the finish as well. Then get back to the line again. Lap traffic will be coming up next lap. Maybe that could be a factor as well. 3 laps to go. Into turns 1 and 2, again on the top. Into turns 3 and 4. Gotta go down to the bottom, and there we go. The tire's down, and Deegan has blown a tire now in turns 3 and 4. Somehow able to at least keep it off the wall. 2 laps to go at the line this time, but Friesen is coming and coming on strong.
Got a car high now.
Deegan just trying to limp it back around here for the final 2 laps of the race. Running about 25 to 30 miles an hour slower on the racetrack. Then second place, Stuart Friesen, who is now 3.5 seconds back in the lead. Just trying to stay in the gas and keep it off the wall. We're doing a good job of doing it. The lap cars are going to get around us. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go in the race. And on the final lap, can Deegan hold on to it? Lap cars will no longer be an issue. Friesen coming on the top side of the track. We're going to have to make an aggressive maneuver to try and block him into turns 3 and 4. Half a mile away from the victory. Friesen is coming on the top side of the track. Here comes Friesen. Friesen. There's contact. He gets around us. Checkered flag in the air. Last lap pass for the win for Stuart Friesen. And a second place finish for us here today. And a heartbreaking loss on the final corner. Trying to link it back around on a blown right front tire. Stuart Friesen gets the win and will lock himself into the playoffs. Oh, we tried to block him. I about put him in the wall doing it. He was coming on so much faster than what I was. I couldn't make the move in time. Come home in second, but man, that was a tough one to lose there. In the final corner of the race. So Friesen wins the second stage and the race. We got the stage win in stage 1 and a lot of points, of course, of finishing second, fifth in the second stage. An agonizing defeat here tonight, to say the least. But Stuart Friesen, congratulations, he got the win here at Atlanta. We had the fastest lap with a 30.399. Led the most laps with 96 laps led in the race out of 130. Started at the rear of the field, of course. That is going to be it here for this one. If you enjoyed the race with a fantastic and crazy finish, hit the like button. The like button if you enjoyed the commentary as well. And for future NASCAR Heat 4 and other related NASCAR content, hit the subscribe button. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Dover for the Cup Series will be our next live stream. Thanks for watching.